Alright, good evening everybody. This is Chris C., also known as Black Love Reviews, also known as the Slasher Dude, also known as the Slasher Nerd. You can find me here on YouTube, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on Letterboxd under the name Black Love Reviews. If you like slashers, if you like the Jolly, then this is the place to be. Thank you very much for all those who've liked my recent videos of unboxings and what have you like that. I put a poll of what you would like me to do for my next showcase for my special editions. I still have some special editions still wrapped up and what have you, and yeah, give me an excuse, put anything in there. If I have it, I'll do an unboxing and showcase and tell you what I think about the film. Expect a Giallo show and tell coming, and expect a Slasher Saturday coming as well. This is an interesting one. So just, I think about stuff, my mind just twirls and twirls and twirls, and there's a lot of these blue tubers on here that talk about these 4Ks, these new 4K releases. They compare whatever like that, but let's just call this a disclaimer for 4Ks. 4Ks isn't the greatest format for me in the world. Why? I do think it's somewhat broken. I will give an example right now, and then I'll show some other releases in 4K that I still need to watch, and some releases that I have in Blu-ray that have a 4K transfer. Y'all know what I'm talking about with that. So the first one up is this one right here, and this is a great addition from Arrow. This is the Cat O' Nine Tails from Dario Argento. This is part of his Animals trilogy of films. Of course, the first one is The Bird with Crystal Plumage that you might see behind me there. But it's part of, you see those ones that are taken out right there. Those are some of the ones I'm going to show off here. This is the first time I've ever had a 4K pause. Like literally pause, where I had to stop the 4K and then restart it, and it totally skipped over that scene. I have a Sony 4K player that I've had for quite a while, but here's my issue. I had no problems with it in the Blu-ray function. That's what I love about my 4K player. It plays 4Ks, it plays Blu-rays, and it plays DVDs as well. I don't think DVDs is a bad format. I never do. I understand getting into this BlueTuber community. Excuse me. And of course, we're in a supposed renaissance of everything. 4K being the best format, we're going to 8K. We will not see 8K in the format. 4K cannot be all that. I don't have that Terminator 2 4K release, even though that's one of my all-time favorite films of all time. It's like, I think, my number 2, literally. I think it's the greatest sequel ever made. But it has issue. The coloring is off. Everything is flipping off. Is it the way the film's meant to be seen? I don't agree. This looks great in 4K for what I could watch, but it freezes on a certain scene. If this is the least issues that I've had with the 4K is this release right here. Like I say, it's a great release and stuff like that. If you want me to show this off in a future video and show the contents of it and stuff like that and give a re-review of the film, sure. Just go ahead and put that in the comment section. I don't have it on me right now. It's Scream 6, and personally, I think the Scream franchise is way, way, way overrated. The first one is good. I do like the second one, to tell you the truth, a little bit more than the first film, but everything else, I think Scream 6 is a heaping piece of shit. I don't like Jenna Ortega. I don't like Melissa Barrera. I don't like them one bit. Keep your political shit the fuck out of my content. I do not care. Just fucking act, do your fucking job, know your place, go to something else. Your woke fucking Scream queens, I could give two shits about that. That's another issue. That's the only time I'm going to talk about that fucking garbage. So here's kind of the first 4K that I got from Arrow is Flash Gordon. They never came out with a Blu-ray, and this is the way Arrow has been going, and that's the issue. There are some releases I will get on 4K because I love the films. Flash Gordon is, I've seen this way, way long ago since I was a kid. I've not watched this 4K, and this is the first 4K I ever got because it was the only way to get this in 4K. And I've been afraid to get it. Sorry, it's a bit dusty wise and stuff like that. But you have this one too. This is another great addition as well. But again, it's only available in 4K. And this is the first time I've seen Arrow do anything in 4K. And I thought, well, what's the damn issue here? There's other good BlueTubers on here. AVA Pop Culture Chase is one of those. It's almost like a buzz killer listening to him talk, because and I love to do, make no mistake, there's people like him, there's people like I forget his name, what have you, but it's you know what I mean. It's just like it can be doom and gloom. It's why I believe he was on a stream with a certain person. I won't mention him on the info bar, or why he doesn't do streams anymore. I'm just saying that. But you see the writing on the wall. This isn't a very expensive hobby. This is a very expensive hobby. Sorry, I've had some twisted tea in me, so I'm a little bit lucid, but this is the only way I can kind of talk about this stuff. I couldn't talk about this stuff sober, so I'm trying to get the point across where 4K isn't the end-all be-all. So it's, it is what it is with that. Sorry, I have a DoorDash order coming. But nonetheless, it was good to pick this up and stuff like that, but we couldn't get a 4K Blu-ray combo or just a Blu-ray special edition of this. And Arrow has released that in the past with RoboCop and all this other stuff like that. But here, where it comes, to me, the point is these boutique labels have to stay in business. So what else can you do, right? You can't do a 4K Blu-ray combo that can cost a lot of money, and that's where the thing with Chase came into play. And like I say, knowledge is, what you do know can hurt others. And it basically said, yeah, it costs, I forgot how much to do a 4K. I'm like, this is what killed Scream Factory, in my opinion. Like, Scream Factory's dead. Let's make that perfectly clear. I did that unboxing and showcase of Day of the Dead, which I have down there. That can be a future release of the year. But yeah, they're not. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Another thing, and we're going to go to Scream Factory actually, is these two right here, which were part of my releases of the year for last year. This is Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. Now, another little sub-label, Sandpiper Pictures, released the Blu-rays of these. I have the 2 Blu-rays of both these bad boys right here. I got these because the Sandpiper Pictures ones don't have the special features that are in the back of these. And I do like how these look together, because these are the original cover photos of these. These are all the special features that Scream Factory did back in the day. This is Michael Felcher's baby. Make no fucking mistake. This is his baby with the special features. It just is. You all know it's true. And I got these when they were available, and I got the posters with them and all this other stuff too, and the alternate slips. Yeah, because I love these films a lot. When I got the Sandpiper Pictures Blu-rays for that, yeah, I fell in love with these films. These are some of the greatest early or later slashers ever made, in my opinion. It's very good. I like to see Miss Springsteen in a convention. That'll probably never happen. But that's why I got these for. The 4K, I have that issue, or I have that dread that it will freeze. Scream 6, that 4K that I have was only 4K, but there was a digital copy of the 4K that I put on Vudu, right? What it was called. It's called Fandango now, whatever. But it's, because that 4K transfer, I'll get this too. I watched the digital 4K transfer of Weapons. Guess what? That motherfucker froze on a digital fucking transfer. So what am I going to do? Pay up to $500 for a fucking 4K that can actually play correctly? No, that ain't happening. Next up, my all-time favorite horror franchise, Friday the 13th. You all know the first one's my all-time favorite slasher of all time. A lot of people consider this one, part 2, their favorite of the franchise. Actually, my favorite of the franchise, which is very interesting, is part 4. But I got this because it is the 4K. And I have watched the 4K because I have the Paramount Scares second collection down there. And yeah, that looks better than the 4K that I have of the first Friday the 13th film. I didn't mind it being darker and whatever like that. Another channel that I'll just mention real quick, CHH, he can suck my dick for all I fucking care. He mentioned, of how you can change it for being too dark. I don't mind it dark like that. That's how 4K looks with black, I guess, and stuff like that too. It is what it is. But I got this basically because it is the 4K and it is the 45th anniversary, and it's just just as it is. You know what I mean? But I got it for basically the Blu-ray, and because I'm crazy and out of my damn mind, and I'm a mega fan, and yeah, fan means fanatic, and yeah, I love this franchise so much, so I'll get what I can get from this. Another quick rant with that too. We can't get all of this franchise yet. We can get all of the damn franchise of A Nightmare on Elm Street on 4K. Yeah, whatever with that. We'll see if that changes when Paramount gets a hold of Warner Brothers. Yeah, and I have no issue with that. All those who have an issue with that, go fuck yourselves. So here's where it gets interesting. Halloween. When Scream Factory released this kind of started an interesting trend here. So let's get this started, right? And these are side slips, right? Which is crazy, right? You don't get a lot of these, and they didn't continue on with that. They would have continued on with this, and it's kind of a hard box there. Would have been better for them. Let's look at what's here. Disc 1 is the UHD, new 2021 4K scan from the original camera negative. Let's look at Disc 2, the Blu-ray. New 2021 4K scan from the original camera negative. I have watched that. A 4K scan on a Blu-ray. Why do they do that? It's a cash grab, right? And hand it to them for doing that. So make no mistake, you can put a 4K transfer on a Blu-ray. I don't know the difference, but I don't think there is. I'm just saying that. And Scream Factory's they've done that for all their 4K releases. Silver Bullet, which I never had the Blu-ray for, it's a 4K transfer. The Exorcist 3, it's a 4K transfer for the Blu-ray with the 4K. One thing I have to hand to Scream Factory, they put the Blu-ray with a 4K transfer on with the 4K UHD. So what's the issue here? And that's the problem of probably of how they maybe went a lot out of business like a little bit, because we keep on wanting more. We keep on wanting this or wanting that. I'm good with the Blu-ray. That's kind of what I'm saying a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm kind of ranting or going overboard with this, but last but not least, I'm going to show on this one. Excalibur. I have not opened this up yet, and I have the Blu-ray for Excalibur, a very old Blu-ray of it from Warner Brothers, right? Arrow seems to have a deal going on with Warner Brothers, so good thing they picked this up before, the merger is going to happen. This is the Blu-ray. One of the rarities that is and I haven't opened this up yet, this is one of the rarities that is a Blu-ray from Arrow. And this is very interesting. 3-disc limited edition contents, brand new 4K transfer from the 35mm negative from Arrow Films. Arrow's very good with what they do. I'm sorry if you can't see that and stuff like that, but here we go. This is one of the instances where Arrow did a 4K transfer on a damn Blu-ray, and this is very rare. So I'm just saying, 4K isn't all that, right? If you're on a budget, go to a place like Hamilton Books, go to these online websites. If it's available, one more film I'm going to mention, Masters of the Universe. It may be up for my film of the year. I had a blast with that. I don't need 4K of that. I have the Blu-ray saved on my Amazon wish list and stuff like that too. I'll just get that instead, because I know it's going to be fine. I know it's not going to freeze. And Blu-rays are known, even if you scratch them like a little bit, they'll still play. So that's all I'm kind of saying. Just maybe a little disclaimer video a little bit about how I unfortunately feel about 4K format. I do think it's still a broken format, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. Anyway, I am Chris C. I am Black Love Reviews. Thank you all for watching this. If you can, put some comments in the comment section of what you think about the 4K format in general. And yeah, let's just have a healthy argument about it, as always. Y'all take care. Have a good one, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.